It is the 15th of September, Rabbi Levitt, Gemara.
That was true. Okay. Very good. Okay, so that's the Gemara in Bava Metzia. That the Gemara says you have to make sure that the person truly wants to give, and if he doesn't, so then it's gezel. That's what the Gemara said over there. He regards it as if the owner regards it as gezel, then it's gezel. That's what it sounds like. He doesn't give any permission to this person, even to do a mitzvah. He's doing a mitzvah for this person. The owner of the field, does he have an obligation to take off the tithes for the field? Yes, of course he does. So this person, he's not really he's doing what the person was obligated to do himself. Okay. So let's go further. Now we go to the next paragraph, and a round of applause for page 101. A round of applause, around and around.
Wait, are we in Pele Yoetz?
We are in Pele Yoetz. He quoted a Gemara, and we followed the instructions of the translator, that it was on Bava Metzia 22a, and sure enough, it was there. And that's what we just got through doing, and now we're up to similarly, a person should not commit himself. Okay. So now we'd like to go to call on Roy to continue the reading.
Okay.
No.
Similarly, a person should not commit himself to giving a fixed amount
I know what. Maybe we have to make
to a certain person each year, month, or week.
Okay.
A man does not.
Okay. Great. Bye.
A man does not know what each day will bring, and perhaps it will be too difficult for him to fulfill. A recipient should also not receive a regular gift. Perhaps there will be a time when the giver will only donate because of shame. It's always good to refuse until he sees that the giver genuinely contributes. One who trusts in Hashem is surrounded by kindness, and those who seek Hashem will not lack any good. A man who is a respected, admired individual should not personally buy anything from another Jew. If he does purchase something from a Jew, he must pay the initial full price offered by the seller, since there is concern that he may lower the price only due to embarrassment. These are a few of the strategies of a person who wants to avoid, in quotes, the word stealing. A wise man will listen and increase instruction, because this is from those things that have no fixed measure. In truth, our sages, Eruvin 65b, said, a man is recognized by his pocketbook, that is how he spends his money. One who hates gifts will live.
Okay, so interesting. He says here, Pele Yoetz, that a person should not make a commitment to give a fixed amount each. And also the same thing for a for a gift which is given at any regularity to it, just because maybe there'll come a point in time when the donor will be only donating because he's ashamed to not continue to give, but really he doesn't want to give anymore. So what does this mean over here? Always good to refuse until he sees that the giver genuinely contributes, and one who has betoken in Hashem, of course. Abotech b'Hashem chesed yisod b'menu. That is the pasuk in Tehillim. One who has betoken in Hashem, he's surrounded by Hashem's chesed. And whoever seeks Hashem, lo yachsru kol tov. We say every day in the davening, he will not lack any good. So that is, there's no reason for a person to pressure the donor to give him this amount or that amount or anything of that sort, because the one who an unwanted contribution from another person. Then he says something interesting. A man who is a respected and admired individual should not personally buy anything from another Jew. That's interesting. What does that mean?
Probably means that you'd be intimidated by his mere position.
Oh, I see. Yeah, and therefore
feel you're obliged to give him consideration if he buys something from you, and lower the price.
Oh, okay, right.
Sort of mark of maybe respect or something like that, or acknowledgement of his superiority to you.
I see. He's a respected and admired individual, and because of that, if he personally negotiates the sale with the buyer, with the seller, so the seller he has to be concerned that the seller will be he'll be shamed into giving him a deal that he doesn't really want to give him, and he'll be guilty, and therefore the respected person will be guilty of stealing.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
So you see what happened with Avram Avinu and Ephron. Avram Avinu, he needed to buy land in order to bury his wife, and he found out who's the owner of the Maras Pele, and he went to Ephron. And what did Ephron initially say? This was in the front of the people that were there. It wasn't the private negotiation between them behind closed doors. Everybody was there watching what was happening, and Ephron said to Avram Avinu, "What, you want to buy my land from me? Avram Avinu, you're a Nasi Elokim. You're a prince of Hashem."
You've already been, Rabbi, you've already been frozen a few times. Do you want to be told every time, or that you're frozen, or what? Or just ignore it?
Whatever you want. What would you like to do?
I don't know because
I think
we
we
don't
should
know.
tell you if we miss something, but otherwise we don't need to bother.
Yeah, but we don't know if we have missed something. We might be able to guess. Probably guess. But, everything you
Okay.
say is unmissable theoretically, and so I don't know. Because sometimes it's only for a few moments, and sometimes it can be for, 15, a quarter of a minute, half a minute. Hasn't been much longer than that.
Okay.
Definitely something wrong
Um,
with your setup, Rabbi. You're freezing way too often.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. So, in any case, just pointing out that this was perhaps a little bit what was happening with Avram Avinu and Ephron in the sale of the land in order to bury Sarah. Initially, Ephron was shamed into perhaps into offering the land without having to pay for it. And Avram Avinu said, "Of course, I'm going to pay for it. I'm not going to accept any gifts from you. Name your price." And he named a exorbitant price, way, way, way more than the fair market value of the price. And what was Avram Avinu going to do? He was concerned, perhaps like the Pele Yoetz says, that he didn't want to buy anything for anything less than this thief wanted to charge him. So he didn't want to get involved in any question of Gezel. So he paid 400 uh, uh, 400 shekel. Over the socher. The Rashi says it was a shekel that was accepted anywhere. It was the top of the top currency, and and the Stipler makes a cheshbon that he overpriced him tremendously. But Avram Avinu, he had no question that that's what he should do, so that's what he did. So
Now,
much.
now we're learning about what the Pele Yoetz says from an interaction between Avram Avinu and a person who's not Jewish. But the Pele Yoetz says a Jewish person. So how do we reconcile that?
Well, what's I don't know.
It says you should not buy from another Jew. But we're saying even from a non-Jew he shouldn't buy.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Why did he dafka say a Jew? Uh-huh.
I think probably that the idea of the story of Abraham and Ephron is just an illustration, regardless of who they are, just an illustration of the idea.
So does that mean it applies to a non-Jew or not?
I
Are
don't
you asking, are you allowed to steal from a non-Jew? According to the Pele Yoetz?
No, I'm asking if you are a person of respect in the community, in the broader community, should you avoid purchasing from anybody? Because anybody you purchase from, Jew or not, might have this reaction and feel that they got to give you a discount. Police officers, for example, quite often get discounts.
Yeah. Um, Oh, so you're asking a question like this. Clearly, it's forbidden to steal from a non-Jew.
right?
It's that's clear. So what you want to know is this type of is this considered to be stealing according to the strict letter of the law, which would also include a non-Jew, or is it really a sort of like it smacks of stealing? In which case, that's why he's saying over here, why he specified with a Jew, because for a Jew, he's not allowed to engage in such type of activity. But for a non-Jew, it wouldn't be strictly speaking, it wouldn't be asur. I don't know. I don't know if that is something that we could derive from the words of the Pele Yoetz. I'm not sure about that. Especially since the Pele Yoetz told us already, a person doesn't need to. The end of what he said is the person's recognized according to his pocketbook, and somebody who refuses gifts will have life, and someone who has bitochen in Hashem, Hesed will surround him. It's certainly not necessary for him to engage in such type of an activity with a non-Jew as well, because it's the same Hashem, it is the same bitochen, that's for sure. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, a round of applause for Matan. Yay! Or gift. And now we go to Memshala. Memshala, government. And we call upon Mayor to start the reading.
Okay. Pele says, let's see. We need to praise the master of the universe who remembered us in our lowly condition and did not withhold from us a redeemer, as he promised us through Yaakov, Breshit. The scepter will not leave Yehuda, nor a lawgiver from among his descendants until Shiloh comes. In every generation and in every city, there are leaders of the holy nation who are close to the government and its leadership. Blessed is the one who imparted of his honor to those who fear him. Behold, in truth, our sages in Avot said, do not become well known to the government. This is especially true in Muslim cities where those who are close to the political leadership are separated from death a footstep. Nevertheless, this was said only in regard to a man not running after honor and not seeking to become well known to the government. However, if it has been decreed upon someone by heaven that he assume such a position for the sake of the good of the Jewish people, behold, even the person who supervises a well is appointed by heaven. It's Baba Batra. He must accept it. However, in order to save himself, he should pray before any anticipated misfortune that no wrong will result from his actions, and that he should find favor and good understanding in the eyes of all who see him. He should not conduct himself in a manner of pomp and circumstance, in order that the Gentiles should not be jealous of him. He should not be disparaging of any man, for there is no man who does not have his hour, especially in regard to Gentiles. Lasts forever, and he should fulfill the maxim of the verse in Kohelet: on a good day be pleased, but on a bad day look ahead. The commentators, Malbim in the name of the medieval commentators, explained the verse to mean that on a good day one should anticipate the bad day which is destined to come.
Okay.
I guess you always have to think ahead.
Mm-hmm. Anticipate the bad day which is destined to come. That's interesting. That's how he explains this pasuk in Koheles. On a good day, be pleased, but on a bad day, look ahead. Let's take a look at this pasuk in Koheles. I don't have the parish, unfortunately, of the Malbim on Koheles, but I do have Rashi. I'd like to see what Rashi has to say about this. On a bad day, look ahead. Here we are.
7:14.
Oh, Koheles.
17.
No. I only have 4 of the 6.
Okay, Kohelet.
Kohelet what? Where are
7:14, I think it was.
we?
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Yeah, it's the correct pasuk. Okay, it says B'yom Tova. Hayei Batov. B'yom Tova Hayei Latov. Says Rashi, B'yom Tova Hayei Latov, B'yom Sheyesh B'yodcha Lasos Tov, in a day that you have within your ability to do good, Hayaba Osea Tova. You should do it. And the next part of the pasuk says, Ubiyom Ra, Re'e Gam Ezeh. Umazeh Al Divras Shalo Yimsa Ha'adam Acharav Mu'umah. Wow. Okay, so just try to give a loose translation of the words. You probably this. The Umazeh. Gam Re'e Gam Ezeh the Umazeh. Also look at this, which corresponds to this. Asa Elokim. Hashem has done. Al dibras shelo imsa. On matters that have not been found. Shelo yimsa ha'adam acharav mu'uma. That the person will not find after him anything. What does this mean?
Hmm.
So I'm just going to read the Pirush of the Rashi over here. Ubeyom ra re'eh. And on a bad day, re'eh, look. Gam ezeh lumazeh. Kishetavo hara al harishoyim. When the evil befalls the Rishoyim, Ata tiyeh min haroim. You should be from the people who see that this is happening. The Rishoyim are getting their just desserts. Shenemar, like it says in the Pasuk in Yeshaya, V'yetzu, that he went out, Ura'u b'pigre ha'anashim, the corpses of the bodies of the people that were felled in the what the pasuk in Yeshaya is talking about over there. Maybe we'll look at that pasuk also. It's the end of very end of Yeshaya, Perik Samach Vav. It's the last perik. V'lo tiyeh min hanirim. Ayu daron l'kol basar. And don't be from the nirim, niroim, the ones that are seen. Ayu doron l'kol basar, and they will be a doron. L'kol basar. That's, I think, part of the pasuk in Yeshaya. Let's see the rest of the Rashi before we go to this pasuk in. There should be, yeah. What do they say? It's a. Let's just take a look at the rest of the Rashi. Gam es ze le'umazeh. So take a look at this, also corresponding to this. What is this corresponding to this? Ze le'umazeh, very famous expression. Hatoiva v'haskar pulata. Leumas hara beskar pulata. Rashi says, take a look at this. Take a look at this in contrast to this. On the one hand, the tova, beskar, the good, and the reward, pulasa. On the one hand, leumas hara. V'schar pulata, and on the other hand, the evil and the retribution for his actions. Schar pulata shelo yimsa adam acharav me'uma laharher acharav shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu. To not second guess the hashgacha of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Why this happened, why that happened to this one, why happened to that one. Very interesting Rashi over here. Who see this, see that this is happening, see that the Rishoim are being paid back for their rishus from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It's not an accident. There's a king of the world, who's running everything. Hashgacha. And don't be from the people who are seen, meaning that happened to them, I guess. They'll be ashamed to all mankind. Let's take a look at this pasuk in Yeshaya. This is the end of Yeshaya.
Rabbi, it's 11:31.
Oh, okay.
I guess we'll have to do that.
Okay, very good. We say goodbye to Mayor and wish him a
Okay.
great day.
Have a
Bracha
good
v'tzlacha.
See you, Mayor.
Tus
Okay.
toivos.
Amen.
Shuos v'nachamois.
Amen.